You there, can we have a moment?
Oh, you're just the cutest.
Yo! How can I help you, sir? This prisoner's bracelet appears to be broken. What? Really? Oh, that's not good. I'll get someone to find a replacement right away. Thank you. We'll keep hold of the broken one for the time being. Okay. Sod's bracelet wasn't working at the time of the incident and could not be detected by the sensors. That seems useful. Of course, sir. I'll trust you to take good care of it. That seems not right.
Sweet. Bracelet sorted. Now to turn our murderer in, yeah?
What? No! I didn't kill anybody!
Whoa there, Palio. You were the one who said your bracelet was out of commission. Or were there other inmates freely roaming the halls while everybody was busy watching the show?
No! I just found the body, that's all, I promise. And when I did, that enormous dog still had his mouth wrapped around the poor man's neck. I only went into the workshop after the beast had left. And why did you go in? Well, oh fine, I wanted to go through his pockets, okay? He was going to rob the corpse? That explains why he remembers Knight's ring in so much detail.
Hey, why are you looking at me like that? I'm a great thief. I'll never stoop so low as to steal from a...
Well, I didn't steal anything either! The show ended just after I'd entered the room, and all the other inmates came trickling downstairs thereafter. I panicked, rushed back to the other workshop, and started my fake screaming.
And dropped the glove in your haste, huh?
Okay, so he dropped it in his haste, okay. But that doesn't, well, I mean, that there's still mud on the other side.
I guess this all just about hangs together. Anything smell funky to you, Miles?
Other than whether Mr. Salt is the one who did it, I'd say one very significant question still remains. The question of how Knight made it into the prison proper from his holding cell in the detention center. Yeah, how did he get there?
Ooh, yeah. That one's a doozy.
I also can't help but wonder about another key feature of Mr. Sod's testimony.
Dog.
That dog's involvement can only mean one thing. Mr. Sod. Yes? What is it? Were you the only prisoner who didn't go to watch the show? Well, no. There was one other who didn't. Am I right in thinking that this person couldn't have watched the show even if he'd wanted to? Yes! How did you... I knew it. I had my suspicions when we first ran into that black dog yesterday, but this confirms it. For a criminal that dangerous to end up in a place like this is unbelievable, but... Where is this person's cell? You're going to see... him? Okay, I'm kind of getting a little scared now.
Who are we talking about here?
Him. He's not like the other prisoners, you know. He's special. Gets treated like royalty. But you didn't hear that from me. All I'll say is, if you value your life, you'll stay well away from him.
What? Will you please stop trying to scare us all the time?
The big cheese, huh? Well, I, for one, definitely value my life, so that sucks.
They keep him in maximum security. Ooh, this is, a little concerning. A maximum secure... Which is... over there. Okay, so there's the maximum security. Maximum security. Well, that's certainly one way of treating someone differently. Okay, so it's been updated. Okay.
Alright, quit being so mysterious and tell us who he is already.
Let's just say he's highly skilled when it comes to people's lives. Better than anyone, in fact. And, that's all I'm prepared to say on the subject. In fact, I may have already said too much.
Well, Milesy, anything you care to share? We're going to leave Kay and die in the dark here, too.
The mystery man in maximum security is an old acquaintance. Let's go pay him a visit. I suspect we'll find our dark canine friend there, too. Ugh. Okay, hello.
I wonder how extra the maximum security cells are. I'm sure it's extra secure and all, but maybe it has things like a red carpet and a super soft sofa and a fancy bed that works. All for a VIP inmate. Yeah, I get used to that.
Calm down, Kay. We'll find out what we're dealing with soon enough. And who, if I'm very much not mistaken. Okay, so it's somebody that Edgeworth knows. I can't believe you found out about my bracelet. I was expecting you to show a little more remorse. Huh? Oh, well, of course I am very remorseful, yes. Anyway, shouldn't you be on your way to maximum security? A word of warning, but I suggest you be on your best behavior from now on. Of course! I won't be stepping out of line again. As if I needed a reminder from the likes of you. You might also consider using your best words too, Mr. Sot. Yeah.
So, the guy's bracelet was on the fritz, huh? And I thought this place was supposed to be as secure as they come.
Surely no prison where animals are allowed to roam freely can be considered completely safe and secure. Doubly so, given who's being held here.
You mean the guy Mr. Sod mentioned? Let's say we mosey on over to maximum security and see what that cat's deal is. I guess that black dog will be there too, right? We'd best be prepared then, yeah.
Okay, so, God, I wonder who it is. It's like maximum security, huh? This looks like the way to the prison yard. Sadly, the shutter is locked tight.
Freedom awaits on just the other side. A stoic lock and a key twixt mine eyes and nose on the outdoor breeze. Such a cruel fate it is indeed. The more I think on it, the more it eats at me.
And whose thoughts are you attempting to channel exactly with that soliloquy? Alright. Ooh. Ooh, okay.
Ooh, I don't like that. I do not like that. A dark prison cell, hidden in shadows.
And then it lights up and it's like all pink and glittery. And just that, or maybe it's just filled with like the furnishings that everybody needs in a nice little house.
Ow! It's pitch black in there. I can't see a thing.
But didn't you say that the Yatagarasu takes flight, even in the dead of night or something?
Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares take flight. One alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief, Yatagarasu!
Whoa! You are one powerful performer.
Thanks, but that doesn't help me see in the dark. I'm a human, not a three-legged raven.
Jesus!
Mr. Edgeworth.
That voice. I knew it.
It has been far too long.
You remember me?
I could hardly forget now, could I? After all, you are the one who put me away.
Mr. Edgeworth? Are you talking to that dog?
Or is there someone else in there? Still can't see a dang thing. Oh, but I am forgetting myself. Forgive me. I do not often receive visitors. One moment, I'll turn on the lights.
Whoa! Wow, Wow, okay, hi?
You are a heavy-footed lot. Am I right in thinking there are 3 of you in all? Very well. Perhaps we should start by introducing ourselves. I am Bodhidharma Canis.
Bodhidharma Canis.
As you may have gathered, Mr. Edgeworth and I, old acquaintances.
Canis was a notorious assassin. Some knew him as the Blind Butcher. His only weapons were a vicious hunting hound and a fearsomely sharp knife. His appearance was always announced by the sound of bells. The last sound his victims would ever hear.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I to guess why you have come to see me?
You know why I'm here. In fact, I'm willing to bet you know every detail of this sordid little affair already.
Then I suppose we have nothing to hide from one another. Oh.
Okay. Your faithful canine friend is currently the chief suspect in a murder investigation. The person who had found the body saw a dog with its mouth around the victim's throat.
Your witness is mistaken. Helmut is a gentle soul. He is my eyes, nothing more. It is absurd to think that he would do such a thing, isn't it, boy? Yes, yes it is. You are a good boy, aren't you?
Helmut is more than a mere seeing eye dog, and he's certainly no good boy. He's also a trained killer. A weapon once used in this man's sordid trade.
This witness of yours, he is trustworthy, I assume.
Sort is anything but trustworthy, and he's still very much a suspect himself. I can hardly claim that his testimony is beyond reproach.
Oh, no, then. I thought as much. Yes, I did, Helmut, yes.
It figures that he already knew who our witness is. God, this guy freaks me out. I'm a dog. I'm a guy that loves dogs, but holy shit. Well, probably a dumb question considering you're in maximum security, but what's your alibi? What were you doing between 8 and 10 a.m. yesterday morning, Mr. Canis?
During the show, you mean? I was here, ensconced in these humble surroundings. I have developed a passion for wood carving, you see. An obsession, even. I was engrossed in it all morning.
Oh, shit. And you have permission to engage in such a hobby? I can't believe someone would actually let you.
The warden and I have an understanding.
An understanding? That's ridiculous. This man shouldn't be allowed one, let alone 5 chisels. There's nothing but lethal weapons in his hands.
I was carving Buddhist pieces at first, but by the 674th, my interest had begun to wane.
Whoa! That must have taken forever.
Time is all I have, child. In any case, my focus has now shifted to pieces such as these.
A 3-headed dog piece, damn. I didn't know you played chess.
You play too, do you not, prosecutor? Perhaps one day you might indulge me. Though you may find my game rather rudimentary, I only began after my arrival here, I am afraid.
What's that piece? A dog with 3 heads?
Ah, yes. The dogs of war. You must forgive my little joke. Chess is, after all, a game of war. Soldiers, knights, castles, all doing their utmost to protect the king, all loyal to the last. I have always thought it strange that such a game has no place for a dog. After all, what more loyal weapon could an army call upon? Still, it's simply a piece I made for fun. Fear not, I play by the regular rules and with regular pieces.
I can't imagine it's easy finding opponents to play here in prison, though.
Ooh, I have my correspondence.
Correspondence chess, then? Sharing moves by post?
Yes, even prisoners are allowed to send and receive letters. The contents are inspected, of course. Although, I have yet to receive the details of my current opponent's next move.
Car for Fun by Canis. He also seems to be engaged in correspondence chess via postal mail. Okay, I just wanted to look over my evidence again just to be safe. Sounds like this current opponent isn't a resident here. Okay, the victim. I suppose you know the identity of the deceased, Mr. Canis.
His name was Bronco Knight, was it not? Poor unfortunate soul.
You keep your ear to the ground.
My ears are all I have, Mr. Edgeworth.
Why am I not surprised that he's plugged into the prison's, information network? Well, that, and it's also a thing like if you lose one of your senses, your body compensates by heightening the other ones. So, no sight, better hearing, that sort of thing.
But perhaps he was not so unfortunate after all.
What do you mean?
Mr. Knight's crime was a grave one. A crime for which he would have been made to pay dearly anyway. The attempted assassination of a president. That is no small matter.
How attempted assassination?
Wait, Mr. Edgeworth, didn't Mr. Knight...
Yes, we proved that he murdered his team leader and that there was no attempt on the president's life. Could it be? Are they attempting to cover up President Wang's fake assassination scheme?
Whoa, hey there, cowboy. You're saying the Bronxter didn't actually have a pop at the prez? Whoa, okay. I was hired to defend him on the charge of attempted murder.
You mean, you don't know what really happened? So what, they just blamed the whole assassination thing on Mr. Knight?
It would explain why the committee was so keen to get involved.
Of course! They took you off the case to try and keep you away!
Oh my god!
And swapped in that Wiener kid to push through an attempted murder charge.
In other words, they're trying to cover up the truth!
So they really were trying to frame him. According to the guards, this Knight, was it? They tell me he was violently insistent that he had attempted no assassination.
Which would have come out anyway when the case went to trial.
I am no expert in legal matters, but allow me to say this one thing. I know for a certainty that he would not have been the first inmate imprisoned on false pretenses. An uncomfortable fact, but a fact nonetheless. Yes, Helmut, yes it is, yes. The courtroom is not always the bastion of truth you believe it to be, Mr. Edgeworth.
No bastion of truth, I've heard something to that effect before. Yes, from a certain Interpol agent who doesn't have much faith in prosecutors.
My boy Lang! You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors, too, are you? fueled by that kind of thinking, is it no any wonder that courts produce nothing but falsities and lies? Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today.
He looks good in HD, just for the record. I never was able to fully dispel his mistrust of prosecutors.
Even Helmut understands, don't you, Helmut? Yes, you do. The truths revealed in court in your deductions. 'Tis dangerous to trust either implicitly. But I am not bitter. You are not the first to make me a subject of unfounded suspicions in recent days. In fact, I was visited by another prosecutor only yesterday. He was accompanied by a judge. They even dragged the warden along, her distaste for me lingering unspoken in the air.
Not those two again!
Prosecutor Winner and Judge Gavel.
They went over my sale with a fine-tooth comb, but they left empty-handed. They were looking for the murder weapon, I believe, but to no avail. But I mustn't take it personally. Rumor has it that they searched every cell in the prison and still failed to find what they were looking for. I pray they weren't too disappointed.
Winner, Gavel, and the warden searched the prison for the murder weapon but couldn't find anything. So the murder weapon is probably still on the murderer. If they couldn't find the weapon.
Well, that posed more questions than it answered. What do we do now?
Saw's testimony is flimsy at best. I'll need more proper evidence if I want to take Canis on.
Well, I think that's quite enough chit-chat for one day. Helmut will show you out. Good boy, Helmut. Go on now. He's not showing us out permanently, right?
Let's get out of here! Come on!
Until next time, Mr. Canis.
It does pain me that our brief time must end, just as we were becoming reacquainted. I await your return, Mr. Edgeworth.
Holy shit, you're fascinating! Oh my god, can't get down from there. Now to gather the evidence I need to bolster my case.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth!
That's the best hiding spot she could find? It's alright, Kay, you can come down now. Where's Fender?
He ran off somewhere. I had no idea he could move that fast.
Fender.
So what do we do now?
You and I will continue the investigation, and I know just where to start. By solving that one particular mystery that's been dogging us this whole time. Knight's body was found in one of the prison workshops. But he was presumably being detained in one of the detention center's holding cells. Oh, we're gonna go to the cell that he was being held in? So how did he wind up on the other side of those heavy security doors? Let's start by investigating the holding cells.
And Mr. Knight's room, right? But, what about Mr. Fender?
I'm sure he'll find us when he's ready.
Sure, but he's kind of our boss, isn't he? Oh well.
March 28th, 1:34 p.m., detention center. Corridor.
The victim's cell is just over there.
Lead the way, Mr. Edgeworth.
I have just about had it.
Who's that? Oh, her. My bad. Warden Lagarde. She must have come from the corridor marked no entry. He's still not talking, ma'am? Even with the evidence you borrowed from the precinct?
No, and I've tried so many times I've lost count. What am I supposed to do? I can't send in a blank report.
I guess a killer for hire was always going to be a tough nut to crack. A killer for hire?
Oh,
Oh no, don't you dare. I couldn't help overhearing Warden Lagarde, but were you just talking about Bodhidharma Canis? Wait, hold on a minute. Hold on. Body harm. I am trying to do the pun of the name, and I'm just like struggling. I know it's like body. Wait. Body to arm. Damn it.
Mama, you were listening? How very gauche of you. A girl's privacy is her armor, you know.
Do you normally conduct interrogations of the man yourself?
Oh, it's not just him, darling. I try to have the occasional, tea with everyone, you see. That's what it means to be a member of the family in this little home of ours. There isn't a person who hasn't made the pilgrimage to my office at least once.
Your office?
How sweet. He's angling for an invite. Well, I suppose it is the hottest ticket in town.
Ma'am? No?
It's down this corridor here, darling. But FYI, I don't just let anybody wander in willy-nilly.
Let's see, that would put it right around here. Okay, and the warden's office is connected to the blue room.
It's a wonderful room, if I do say so myself. All my guests rave about it. And who wouldn't want to view my fabulous garden in the yard? Ooh la la! The yard? If it's anything like the rest of the place, it's probably full of adorable animals, right? Can I see?
Okay, this got updated again.
Oh, darling, it's so sweet of you to take an interest, but I'm afraid that's just not possible. Why not? Because you're not a member of our home. If you want to see it that badly, you just have to get convicted for doing something unspeakable.
That's a rather steep price to pay.
Oh, but just listen to me chatting away like there's no tomorrow. It's time for Ally's lunchy brunch. The poor dear'll be dying.
Ally?
The sweetest little deer in all the world. I know I shouldn't have favorites, but you know how it is. Now the yard with me. Chopping out, darlings.
Punk! I wanted to ask her more about Canis, but she dominated that conversation from start to finish. Let's go investigate the victim's cell, shall we?
Yay!
Okay, so this is Knight's room, huh? Cozy. Looks like a college dorm room. So this is Knight's cell.
When do you think he was brought in, Mr. Edgeworth?
It would had to have been the evening of the 25th, just after the events at the lake. And then at some point he wound up in the prison proper, but how? There must be some evidence here that will point us in the right direction.
All right, let's get looking, Mr. Edgeworth.
All right, let's investigate.
He clearly went through the toilet! Wait, is that a note? A standard barred window. No signs of it having been tampered with. I don't think there's any chance our killer escaped through here.
Aha! Must remember to bring something to saw through iron bars with. As they say, fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Glad I got the chance to scope this place out.
Okay, we're investigating a crime scene. Not preparing for your eventual escape. The bowl is nice and spotless. And there are no signs that the toilet paper has been used. Everything seems to be in order with this toilet here.
What? Are you serious?
Why? What's wrong?
There's no door! There's not even a curtain! Whoever designed this place should have thought a little more about the people who have to live here.
I think there might be a reason behind the open plan layout. Well, yeah, I want to read the... there's like a... What is that note? I want to read it! Ugh. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Hold on, let me look at these books here. A Second Chance at Life, Interviews with a Former Prisoner, Making Money While Serving Time, You'll Laugh Tomorrow, an anthology, Understanding Animal Emotions, Life as a Pet Stylist, 200 Days to Freedom, An Escape Story, Volume 3, and then there's Volumes 1 and 2 right next to them. What's this, a menu for prison food?
Ooh, what's the menu doing here, Mr. Edgeworth?
It seems that those held in the detention center are able to choose what they'd like to eat each day. If they can afford it, that is.
Money makes the world go round, I guess. But doesn't that make life super easy for rich detainees?
Well, okay, bear in mind that the people held in these cells haven't been found guilty yet. Some of them don't deserve to be punished. Quite a few of them, in fact.
So you're saying it's fine that people with money don't have as hard a time of it as everybody else?
Be careful with what you're saying there, Edgeworth. How did I wind up defending the practices of the detention system? Damn. I mean, she caught you there.
Wow, that's a lot of books. Let's take a look. You'll Laugh Tomorrow, an anthology, Understanding Animal Emotions, Life as a Pet Stylist. Maybe there was more to Mr. Knight than met the eye.
Sadly, I don't think these were his. They were likely specially selected and placed here for the detainees. Probably, with the hope that they would want to better themselves during their time here. A Second Chance at Life, Interviews with a Former Prisoner. These books appear to have been written by current model prisoners and former inmates.
Ooh, I like the look of this one. 200 Days to Freedom, an escape story. And this one too, Making Money While Serving Time.
This facility may have more deeply rooted problems than I thought. Yeah. What's this?
Hey, look at this weird piece of paper.
There's some sort of grid on it. Let's take a closer look. Oh, this is it. This is the game that he, okay. Mr. Knight was playing with Bodhidharma Canis in chess. What next? Rook? No. Pawn to g6? Oh, okay, cool. He was actually playing chess with him, okay. Next move, bishop to g2. The grid appears to be a chess diagram. The victims, I suppose.
What's a chess diagram?
A visual representation of a game of chess. See how the locations of all the pieces are marked. This seems to be a closely fought contest, but perhaps if this pawn were... No, wait.
Not now, Mr. Edgeworth. This is no time to be playing games.
Yes, I suppose you're right. This isn't the first time I've seen this configuration of pieces. It was from a different perspective, but it was definitely the same game. Perhaps it'd be wise to take another look at the evidence in my possession. Yeah, I mean, I think I've already got this figured out. Eureka! This chess game. I've seen it before.
Enough with the chess chat, Mr. Edgeworth. We're supposed to be investigating here. Focus!
I am investigating! This particular bit of chess chat could prove to be vital. Now. take a look at this. Can you tell me what it is?
It's the chess set we saw in Mr. Canis' cell. But, I don't really know the rules of chess, so...
The rules of the game are not important here. What is important are the positions of the pieces. Compare the ones in Mr. Canis' cell with these. Do you notice anything? Let's see. So there's the king. It's got a rook right next to it. Okay, I see that position. And 3 pawns in front of it. Okay, so that's the white side right there. That's right. Okay. According to the black pieces, the bishop is surrounded with 2 pawns. Oh, the king. Oh, wait, that's not. Oh, yeah, so knight's should be behind it. Okay. Sorry, I'm comparing the 2 things right now. I'm just kind of looking at them like, ugh.
I don't know which piece is which or anything, but if you turn the diagram like this, there are pieces in the same squares.
Indeed. There's no dog on the diagram, but that's to be expected. Apart from that, however, the positions of the pieces are identical.
And what does that tell us?
Oh, I have my correspondence.
As unlikely as it may seem, Mr. Canis' chess opponent was...
Mr. Knight?
This could be just the proof we need to show that Mr. Canis had a connection to the victim.
Well, well, well. Delightful.
Reflected in the mirror is...
A security camera! A great thief's greatest enemy!
Are you sure that's the greatest Okay.
Nothing about this place is very thief-friendly, if I'm being honest.
I think that might be entirely deliberate, Kay. God! I'd like you to retrieve the footage from this security camera and review it as carefully as you can. If you see anything out of the ordinary, inform me immediately. Yes, sir! Alrighty then. His jacket. This must be Knight's suit jacket.
So I've been doing some research on my own.
Oh? And what have you discovered?
I've discovered that guys who look good in suits tend to be popular with the ladies. But don't worry. Guys with frilly neck ruffles are next on my research list.
Please stop. What the hell's all this dust over here? What is all this dust? This bed doesn't look very comfortable. But that pillow cover is very clean. Spotless, in fact.
I bet this is the kind of bed Gummy sleeps in. I can just picture it, can't you?
No. I sense he's more of a mattress on the floor type. Ooh, I've had that experience. But there's something different about this spot here.
This part of the floor is weirdly clean. Did someone wipe it down or something?
Yeah, it's weirdly, like, why? Why specifically this section? Why would somebody only do the part right next to the bed, though? Why indeed? Part of that newspaper is missing.
Hey look, this newspaper's got a chunk of it missing.
You're right. A few of its pages have been roughly torn out. But why?
Maybe Mr. Knight wanted to clean his cell but didn't have a cleaning cloth?
It's not a totally implausible theory, I suppose, but who would try to clean their cell? Hold on a minute. Maybe the torn newspaper was used to clean it up. This part of the floor has been wiped clean.
Maybe he spilled some grape juice.
Who knows, but we can certainly imagine what he used to do the wiping. The torn up pages of that newspaper.
Why wouldn't he just ask a guard for a cloth or something, though?
Perhaps he didn't want anyone to see what he was wiping up.
Ah.
Interesting. Oh shit, is that it? Really? I kind of want to look at the ball and chain over there that's attached to the desk. I think we've about exhausted this cell. We've made significant progress by establishing a connection between Mr. Canis and the victim. This is bad, sir! Is that the guard? The security camera footage, sir! I watched it and... What is it? Can you show it to us? Yes, sir! I have a small playback monitor with me. Then what are you waiting for? Let's see it! Is that a 3D Was that?
That black thing. It's that dog, right?
Until now, our assumption was that the crime had taken place inside the prison proper. But it seems that assumption may have been wrong. Oh, Knight had actually been attacked in this location! In the holding cells! Take that! Right here in the detention center. And then he was carried off. Oh! Oh! The tarp was wrapped around him. The tarp was wrapped around him and he was kind of carried off that way. Oh! I just had a sick feeling. Okay. First off, I don't know how the hell he got wrapped it up in the tarp, but a thought just came to my mind. The dog dragged him with the tarp and some rope. But the real question is, where did it go through the connecting corridor? No, well, maybe that's the only way to get to the cells and to the side. Well, actually, no, there's two ways to get over there, because we're still just ignoring this blue room over here. Right here in the detention center. And the perpetrator was indeed Mr. Canis' dog. This is just the evidence we need. Footage of his detention center holding cell showing the victim being attacked by a dark form. Can I look at that again real quick? And if this is where Knight was actually murdered, then one of the pieces of evidence we found here in his cell takes on a whole new meaning. If Knight's cell was the crime scene, which piece of evidence takes on a new significance? This. Take that! The floor of Knight's cell was wiped clean, presumably to remove something. Could that something have been his blood? Thank you, officer. Would you mind doing me one more favor? Name it, sir. There's a detective by the name of Gumshoe somewhere in this facility. I need you to give him a message. Tell him to have this cell tested for traces of blood and to report the results to Edgeworth. You got it, sir! Excellent. There are signs that the floor in the victim's cell was wiped clean. I've ordered a test to see if it was blood. Ah, damn it, it won't let me look at it again. That was a 3D model. That was different. I mean, evidence has been using 3D models, but I was not used to seeing a character model moving. I'm expecting like pictures and stuff like that, you know?
Now we can really go after that Canis guy, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
No, not yet. We still don't know how Knight and the dog moved between his cell and the prison proper.
Right, so that's what we need to figure out next. What's the play, Coach? Where are we off to?
I suspect one of the guards might know something. We should ask those posted nearby and see what they have to tell us. Alrighty. God, this is getting good.
Okay, time to get asking. Huh?
Lang!
Thanks for the tour. Later.
Holy shit, Lang!
Well, well. Mr. Prosecutor and his little friend. I didn't expect to run into you here. Must be my lucky day.
This is Agent Shilong Lang of Interpol. He was in charge of a case I worked on 2 weeks back. I thought he had gone home to Zhang Fa after that, but here he is. My boy, my dude! You had some business to take care of, I take it, Agent Lang.
You could say that. Nothing that need concern you, though.
First a black hound, now a wolf, all in black. Hey, wait, why are you all alone today?
That's true. He's usually accompanied by an army of police officers. Oh yeah, he is. Where's his entourage?
I hear you were at it again a couple days back, sticking your nose into things.
A couple of days back. Ah, he means the incident with the president of Zhang Fa. Actually, I had thought you might be there as well, heading up the security detail.
Ha! Our president doesn't have much faith in the efficacy of his own country's police force. Maybe now he'll think twice before using contractors again. Amateurs.
Agent Lang doesn't have much faith in prosecutors or the courts to do their jobs right. Which is why he's so meticulous about investigating with his hand-picked cream of the crop officers. Indeed, no doubt things would have turned out differently had you and your men been in charge.
My men, yeah, those guys aren't around anymore.
What? They're not?
It's funny, isn't it? I'm a real lone wolf now.
Wait, what are you saying, Agent Lang? What on earth happened?
I told you, it doesn't concern you. See you around, Mr. Prosecutor.
No, wait, come back! Come back! Please! I love you!
Wow, he seemed not okay.
Okay, so he doesn't have his entourage anymore, so that's concerning. Like, did he get, like, demoted or something? I hope he didn't. Because, like, dude's a legitimately awesome guy, like, I don't know. But I'm happy I got to see him again. Yes, and I would very much like to know why, but there's nothing we can do about it right now. We'll worry about Agent Lang later. We have an investigation to conduct.
All right, let's start by talking to these guards.
All right, Oh man, I'm in so much trouble. What's the matter? You seem perturbed. Oh, well, you see, one of my uniforms is missing. I could have sworn it was right here in my locker.
Did it grow a pair of legs and run off somewhere?
Where in the world did that idea spring from?
I'm a little tired. Anyway, I hope you track it down soon. I'll be rooting for you.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Ah, missing guard uniform, stolen from a guard's locker in the on the 26th, okay. So, a day after the, okay. Somebody impersonated an officer, huh? You don't say. I was wondering, have you seen an enormous black dog wandering around here recently? That thing? No way! If I had, well, let's just say I'd be a lot more nervous about standing guard here.
So, do you and this dog have some kind of history or something?
Now, okay. You should know when to let sleeping dogs lie. By the sound of it, Canis's dog hasn't been spotted on this side of those heavy security doors. Hey, my boy!
Hey. Aren't those my faithful assistants I see before me?
Fender, and where exactly have you been?
Where have I been? I've been looking for you two. Been searching high and low. Wandering lonely through the prison halls. It was terrible, I tell ya.
But the prison's over there on the other side of the facility, boss.
So, listen. I just got the lowdown on some seriously dynamite material. You want to hear it, right? Right?
Seamless.
I was chatting with a few of the guards and they told me something très interessant. Turns out the Bronxster had himself a little incident 2 days ago. Pre-mortem, if you catch my drift.
An incident? Simeon
told you he came to visit his pal, right? Well, it happened right after they'd wrapped up, when Bronco was being escorted back to his cell. It was just one guard and he was handcuffed, obviously. They'd made it back and the guard was taking off his cuffs. The Bronxster clobbered him. Knocked the poor guy out cold.
Oh. Oh, shit.
Oh, Mr. Bronxster, you probably should not have done that.
Sounds like it might have been the prelude to a jailbreak. Because when the other guards showed up, they couldn't find their comrade's keys.
Were there any rumblings about Knight attempting an escape?
That's the bit that fries the old noggin. There were none. He just sat in the cell that turned up dead. And what's more, he swore right to the end that he never stole the keys. They turned his cell inside out too, but no dice.
The guard who was struck, what did he have to say?
Nothing. Poor guy was still out when they took him to the hospital. Word is, he's still there.
So there's nobody around to tell us what really happened. A guard was attacked and his keys, including the one to Knight's cell, were stolen. They have yet to be recovered. Oh no. Okay, I actually might know who it is. What the? It's you losers! That's all we need. Yep.
Why are you still hanging around here like a bad smell?
Hey there, little buddy. Listen, Miles here is working with me now as an associate.
Nonsense. You're all just here to cause trouble and turn my investigation into a fart. Eustace means farce, of course. A simple slip of the tongue.
Seemed like a reasonably apt choice of words to me.
Judge Gavelle, great to see you again.
I know who you are. You are Simeon Saint's attorney.
Guilty as charged. Now that we've broken the ice, how about a friendly... No, not! I'm totally cool either way.
Now, did I hear you correctly? That Mr. Edgeworth has joined the defense team? Yep, and me too. We're officially employees of Edgeworth & Co.
Oh my god, this theme is... If this is her theme, it sounds really freaking good. Like... Like, God. This is the kind of... Wait a minute. Why am I getting Umineko vibes from this? Am I imagining things? I'm getting some Umineko vibes from this.
But a prosecutor is a public servant. You would draw your sword on the goddess to work for personal gain?
It's not a problem if I'm not getting paid, though, correct?
Exactly what he said. Miles here is just a volunteer. We're all about the pro bono stuff over at Edgeworth & Co.
How wonderful. So you all work without reward. The goddess would surely approve.
Yeah. I'm a regular philanthropist.
Judge Gavel. I was hoping to ask about the grounds for Simeon Saint's arrest.
That information is on a neat...
Is it a challenge I hear? No, I was just asking Judge Gavel.
I'm always ready for a little verbal combat to show you what it takes to be a real winner.
How is that verbal combat if you won't let me speak? Still, this could prove useful. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of getting into this winner voice. It feels weird saying that! I'm kind of getting into the voice of Mr. Eustace here. Fine, we'll do as you suggest. Now, if you could begin by telling us why Mr. Saint was arrested.
There'll be no need for that. Eustace, we should...
Not now, Gavel. Watch and wonder. As I put this pathetic prosecutor in his place, he's going to run rings around me. I think you meant to say that you would be the one running rings around me. And I will, so badly that your ears will be ringing. Prepare to be humbled, Edgeworth. Oh, you are the snobbiest little dude. I'm looking forward to stepping on you, you little cockroach. You want to know why I arrested that man? It's simple. Simple. I found evidence of him all over that thing. How's that for some winningly incontrovertible, conclusive proof? And who saw the truth first? Why, me, of course. Winner by name, winner by nature. Where do I even begin? Look at you, utterly lost for words in the face of such mastery. I'll take your silence as yet another win. Honestly, does he ever shut up? You said that you were the one who arrested Mr. Saint? But do you even have the authority to do so, Mr. Winner? Well, obviously it was the police who actually arrested him. But I told them to do it, so I think I can claim the credit, don't you? Of course that's what he meant. This is clearly going to take a while. A shame, really. Given that I'm much more interested in what Judge Gavel is silently thinking over there. This freaking music.
Hold it!
I'm just checking, but you do know who it was you arrested, correct? Hmm? Is this some kind of joke? Of course I know who I arrested. It was Simeon Saint. Good to know he remembers that much, at least. This freaking music. I had rock-solid grounds for arresting Simeon Saint, first-rate reasons.
Hold it!
Rock solid, you say? I'm impressed. Hold on, I know what you're doing here. You're trying to butter me up. Well, it might work on the chumps you meet in court, but it won't work on me.
The evidence we found is certainly rather damning for Mr. Saint. Perhaps you should tell Mr. Edgeworth about it, Eustace.
Damning is right, and it was on the strength of that evidence that I decided to arrest him.
Hold it!
Evidence of him was all over that thing? Could you be a little more specific, Mr. Winner? Do I really have to spell it out for you, Edgeworth? I'd hoped even you could put two and two together. Stop messing around! The onus is on you to provide a comprehensible testimony.
Come now, Eustace. I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth and his friends would be very interested to learn how you crack the case. They certainly look keen to hear about it.
Fine, if you insist. I'll fill in the gaps. Brace yourselves, because this is going to blow your tiny little minds. I bet you didn't even know, but the victim had, wait for it, a chess set with him. And that chess set was covered in his fingerprints of a certain Mr. Simeon Saint.
Praise be to the gods of justice for the insight she offers. And congratulations once again, Eustace.
First of all, you are clearly mothering/babying this incompetent fool. And second, of course his fingerprints would be on the damn chess set. He brought it to the frickin'... Holy shit, you people are dumb.
You would not object to Eustace amending his testimony, I trust, Mr. Edgeworth.
No, by all means, please do.
Mr. Saint's fingerprints are right there, all over the victim's chess set.
Hold it!
But you weren't the one who actually found his prints, were you?
Of course not, I'm a prosecutor. I leave the dirty work to forensics.
The fingerprints are certainly a problem, but then that chess set was... I should take another look at the evidence. You are such a fucking weirdo.
Hold it!
The only incontrovertible fact here is that you don't know how to give a proper testimony.
What are you talking about? It's not my fault if you can't keep up. Perhaps I could be so bold as to offer some additional details. The only fingerprints found at the scene belong to the guards, the prisoners, the victim, and Mr. Saint. I think you'll agree that Mr. Saint's were the only prints that had no business being there. Yes, exactly! Now do you get it, Edgeworth?
I do, but I'm not so sure about you!
There were other prints belonging to the victim and the guards, so only Mr. Saint's were out of place.
Holy shit, we are still in the... Wait a minute. Have I not moved from the third statement?
Hold it!
Okay. If there are other prints at the crime scene, shouldn't those people be suspects too?
Other people? I don't think so.
What the hell was that laugh? And why not?
Had Mr. Saint's prints not been found on the chess set, those others would indeed have been suspects. Yet somehow his prints were there, despite the fact that they had no business being there. Exactly! Which means Mr. Saint was... Saint is... He is neither a prisoner nor a guard, therefore he should not have been able to enter the prison. Finding his prints in a place he shouldn't have had access to is grounds enough for an arrest, no?
Yeah, what she said. Not bad, Gavel.
You are too kind.
Oh my god, we're finally on the fourth statement. Holy shit.
Hold it!
You saw it first, and I suppose you can prove that? Ooh, new pose.
I made the connection the moment I saw the crime scene. It was a lightning-fast deductive leap. What more evidence do you need?
Well, you haven't given me any evidence at all so far, so...
You still don't get it, do you? Well, don't worry. We can't all be born winners.
I'm not sure I even want to get whatever it is he's talking about. I got an achievement for pressing every single one of Eustace's statements in force. I got an achievement for that? What? Also, his dialogue changed again? What the fuck is going on?
I figured it out in a flash. A matter of light years. The winner wins again.
I have to sound so unbelievably hot-headed and pompous just to voice this man. This boy. Wait a minute, how old is this kid? I am way too curious about this. How old is he? Oh my god, he's a literal child. He's not even 18, and he's already this pompous. Holy shit.
Hold it!
Are you sure you mean light years, Mr. Winner?
Maybe? Light years are a measure of distance, not time, Eustace. An easy mistake to make.
Oh! What was that pause for? Was he rebooting from a blue screen moment? Well, that was
Kind of vague. And really hard to follow.
indeed. Perhaps I'd better start by teaching him how to properly express himself.
Don't hold back, Mr. Edgeworth. Knock him into shape.
Okay. I'm sorry. I am.
Objection!
Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. So the fingerprints on the chess set are the ace up your sleeve?
The what up my what?
Oh, yes, the chess set up the ace's sleeve.
That's right, Edgeworth. I've got a winning hand as usual.
Only your winning hand is a busted flush. For you see, it was Simeon Saint who brought that chess set to the victim in the first place. Therefore, it's only natural that his fingerprints are all over it. That took a while to sink in. In conclusion, those fingerprints aren't proof of anything, and Mr. Saint's arrest was premature.
Premature?
The incident took place here within the walls of this facility. And being neither a guard nor a prisoner, it makes very little sense to suspect Mr. Saint. Oh! Ack! Now what?
I think you might be the premature one here, Edgeworth. And to think you were the one accusing me of being hasty.
Did he only just work out what that word means?
Sure, I identified Mr. Saint as a suspect faster than pretty much anybody else. And I won the race when it came to picking out the crucial evidence, too.
I'm quick on the draw, you see. And but hasty, not at all. You're right that Mr. Saint isn't a guard or a prisoner here, but he was... Ooh.
Eustace?
Judge Gavel. Put out, Gavel! I have him right where I want him!
Forgive me, Eustace, but if I may. While the particulars of the suspect are indeed fascinating, don't we have something a little more impressive to share with the prosecutor? Something more impressive? If you wouldn't mind, Mr. Edgeworth, Eustace made an ingenious deduction concerning the murder weapon. Perhaps you would like to hear it.
Yes, of course, that! Well remembered, Gavel. Listen to this, Edgeworth, and prepare to be amazed.
Objection!
Will this ingenious deduction explain why Mr. Saint was arrested?
Let's just say, you won't be disappointed.
Judge Gavel deliberately diverted the conversation away from my line of questioning. What exactly is she up to? If I didn't know any better, it's like she's trying to replace Edgeworth with this new upstart who's, like, committed to the committee. That's what I'm thinking.
Fact 1. The murder weapon was some sort of metal blade. Fact 2. Potentially deadly blades are strictly controlled within the prison walls, as we both know. From these two facts, I concluded that the weapon in question must have come from outside. It must have been hidden inside the chess set. That's what I think, anyway. And since the only prints we found on the chess set belong to the victim and the suspect, I'd say it's blindingly obvious who brought the weapon in and used it, wouldn't you?
If nothing else, his testimony this time is a little more comprehensible than the last.
Another winning deduction, brought to you by one winner Eustace, prosecutor extraordinaire.
More like one winner, useless prosecutor extraordinaire, if you ask me.
But how could anyone even hide a weapon inside that chess set? Good question. Why don't you take a look for yourselves?
Inside the chessboard? I suppose there's only one way to find out. Are we finally opening this thing? There's nothing in here but chess pieces.
Ugh, that laugh is really something.
Okay, so I have to make the laugh as annoying as possible. Got it. I wonder if I'm doing a good job on it. He seems pretty convinced the weapon was hidden here somewhere. I'd better take a closer look. Okay, is it underneath this part? Oh! Ah! What? The stiff lining at the top opens like a flap door.
Whoa, there's plenty of room in there.
Indeed. More than enough room to hide something like a small knife.
Ingenious, no? The killer stuck the weapon in, but—
Objection!
Huh? What do you mean, huh? Let me finish, will you?
I fear you've not been listening, Mr. Winner, or perhaps you've simply forgotten. The detention center is outfitted with a security gate.
Huh? I mean, yeah, and? The security gate also acts as a metal detector, Eustace. We must pass through another one on the way into the prison itself, remember? Yes, that's right. Of course I remember.
He definitely didn't. It would have been impossible to smuggle a metal blade through such a gate and into the facility. Which would seem to blow a rather large hole in your reasoning, Mr. Winner.
Overruled.
Oh shit, now she's speaking.
That gate is only used to scan people. Any items they bring into the facility are only subjected to a cursory check.
Are you telling me that the chess set wasn't put through the metal detector?
It should have been. Alas, it seems the guards have grown a little lax in that regard of late.
Okay, so we have an update that the secret compartment is... Okay, it makes sense that the secret compartment was going to be an important detail. That makes sense. Oh, hey, security gate. Cool.
Very good. Thank you, Gavel. It was my pleasure. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, if you would be so kind as to begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination. It's like she's holding a trial. Well, no matter. Let's see how well this ingenious deduction of Mr. Winner's holds up, shall we?
All right, let's begin.
Hold it!
A metal blade, you say? And do you have any evidence to support this?
You mean you didn't even look at the victim's injuries? Why am I not surprised, you third-rate? The fatal blow was a stab wound to the neck, and it was delivered by a knife-like blade. That much is absolutely beyond doubt.
It appears I'm not yet aware of a certain other piece of information.
Lost for words, are we? Then I'll just keep on going. My brilliant deductions don't end there, you know.
Uh-huh.
Hold it!
The fact that such objects are strictly controlled doesn't mean they're actually forbidden.
Well, no, I mean, some of the prisoners used scissors to cut the animal's hair and that avenue of inquiry was conscientiously pursued, as you no doubt recall, Eustace. Yes, only one bladed object had been signed out by a single prisoner at the time of the incident. That item was tested for traces of blood, but none were found.
I suppose he's referring to the scissors Mr. Sawt was using.
So there's no way the blade in question came from inside the prison.
I'm like slowly turning into Kefka with this guy.
Hold it!
Outside? What does that mean exactly?
The opposite of inside, you numbskull.
Was that an attempted clarification or a put-down? Because it clearly accomplished neither.
What Eustace means to say is that it must have been brought in from outside the prison by Mr. Saint. Honestly, Edgeworth, if you haven't figured that out by now, then you're an even bigger loser than I thought.
The feeling is mutual, believe me.
Mr. Saint clearly brought the murder weapon into the prison. The question is, how?
Hold it!
But no murder weapon was found at the crime scene. And there's nothing inside the chessboard either. I'm curious, Mr. Winner. Do you also have thoughts about where this weapon might be?
Well, the perpetrator must have hidden it somewhere in the prison.
Is there a problem with his claim? Somewhere, yeah, there is a problem. They hid it somewhere inside the prison. That seems unlikely. In fact, I can prove that's not the case. So right off the bat, you openly, you did the prison search, remember? You searched the prison and there was... Wait, that is a piece of evidence, right?
Yeah!
Take that!
I'm starting to worry about your memory, Mr. Winner. Didn't you and the good judge search the prison with Warden Lagarde? Oh my god, I just realized I forgot to... I missed out on some dialogue! Fuck! Damn it, I was so focused on this, I forgot to do the dialogue! Ah, damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
This is my problem. This is what happens whenever I record for more than 3 hours at a time.
And didn't you fail to find a likely murder weapon? Oh! Ooh, fuck, I felt that! Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that just sent chills up my... Oh god, did anybody else get chills from that smack? Oh. Ugh. Reminds me of whenever back in the day we get disciplined, you're like, okay, go out in the yard, pick a switch.
Well, yes, but I guess we just missed it, that's all. Wow, way to undermine yourself.
You're saying your search wasn't entirely thorough? You, the so-called winning rookie?
Stop making fun of me!
Eustace. Calm yourself. Breathe deeply. Do not allow your opponent to get under your skin. You're right. I'm a winner. Why should I let a third-rate loser like Edgeworthless here get under my skin? I'll thank you to leave my name out of this.
Well, I'm Kay Faraday, and I'm A-OK!
Well, not you two, please.
Look, it's simple. Since my first-rate investigation didn't turn up any weapon, it means there wasn't one to find. Which leaves only one possibility. The murderer took the weapon with him when he left the prison. And that's why we couldn't find it when we looked. Obviously.
Objection!
But what you are proposing is impossible! And this proves why the culprit couldn't possibly have taken the weapon out of the prison with them. The frickin'...
Take that!
More memory trouble, Mr. Winner? Now you're forgetting things you yourself said.
Are you making fun of me again?
Oh, so you remember what I said? But perhaps you might have been better served by remembering this.
What's that? Wait, does he seriously not remember?
It would certainly seem that way. There's a security gate at each of the entrances to the detention center and the prison proper. Coming from the prison, anyone leaving the facility would have had to pass through both of them. 2 gates, both fitted with metal detectors.
Oh, wait, now I remember. Looks like he got his memory back.
So as you can see, there is no way anyone could have taken a weapon out through both gates. And therefore, there is no way the murder weapon could have left the building. In which case, Mr. Edgeworth, perhaps you would care to tell us where you think the murder weapon might be? It is still here in the premises. That's the only possible conclusion to draw. Only plausible conclusion to be drawn.
But we searched the prison from top to bottom and couldn't find anything.
Because you are never going to find anything to begin with. Not when you are laboring under the misconception that it's a blade you were looking for.
Yeah, we know the truth about what happened to Mr. Knight. We've seen it with our own eyes.
Ooh, that is quite a claim. I assume you have the evidence to support it. What is the weapon that was used to commit the crime? Take a look at this, Judge Gavel, and the weapon used in this case will become clear. Oh shit, should I go for the dog, or is it the security camera footage? Like, I think they both work realistically, but she's asking for the... You know what? I'm gonna go with my gut.
Take that!
I was right. Yes. This is footage taken from a security camera trained on Knight's holding cell. Now, watch it for yourselves and see.
Dogger!
Ah! What? But how? This footage captures the moment the victim was attacked by a black dog. More than sufficient proof of how he really died, wouldn't you say? Yes, it is certainly significant. So now we know that Knight was in fact killed in his cell by a vicious dog. A dog that moved the victim's body to the prison workshop post-mortem. We know this thanks to an eyewitness who saw the dog in the workshop when the body was discovered. Of course, I think we can all agree that there is no way the dog could have planned such a crime itself. Indeed, I fear it may be his handiwork after all.
Overruled.
Huh? That's quite enough of that, Mr. Edgeworth. Judge Gavel? You are correct that this footage is an important piece of evidence. But it also raises an important new question. A question that I suspect you have also been asking yourself. She's right. There is one major problem with my version of the events. The black dog. The one that belongs to one of the inmates. How did it move between the holding cells and the prison proper at will? Ooh!
How do we answer that one, Mr. Edgeworth?
The truth is, I don't know yet.
Of course not. Can it, Wonder Boy? You didn't even notice there was a problem.
Overruled.
Until the defense provides an adequate explanation, the court cannot accept your line of logic. That is all. This court is adjourned. But, wait! There's still so much to explore!
Overruled.
Court is no longer in session, Mr. Edgeworth. If you would be so kind as to leave the courtroom. Holy shit! You are ignoring painfully obvious evidence that there is something severely wrong with this, that there is more to this case than that is being let on, and you are just blatantly ignoring it? Holy shit! Court was never in session in the first place. Once again, this court is
Objection!
We may not have all the answers yet, but you haven't explained anything either regarding Mr. Saint. What do you mean? Just as we don't know how the dog made it into one of the detention center's holding cells. You can't know how Mr. Saint could have made it inside the detention center, let alone the prison either. He would have been allowed as far as the visitor's room to see his friend, but no further. So it's hard for me to conceive how he could have committed a crime in a place he had no access to. Judge Gavel, I believe it's your turn to provide some proof. Proof that Simeon Saint was able to enter the prison!
Overruled.
You wish for the court to provide you with proof? Highly irregular, but very well. What? They actually have something? Now seems like as good as time as any. And I suppose you have been kind enough to share your own theories on the case. What's she building up to here?
Mr. Edgeworth, I suspect you don't know what Mr. Saint does for a living. So allow me to fill you in. He is a circus performer.
What? Oh, fuck. The circus show.
Yes, perhaps you've heard of the very big circus.
Yep. I have heard of the Very Big Circus. I actually quite enjoyed that case. But apparently a lot of people are annoyed by it.
Oh, don't be silly, darling. Of course I was. Yesterday was a very important day after all.
Important in what way exactly? A big meeting of some kind, perhaps?
A meeting? Oh, heavens no. I couldn't think of anything worse. No, yesterday the circus came to visit. You see it now, I assume? As I am sure you are aware, a show was held yesterday for the prisoners' entertainment. A show featuring animals and performers, performed by members of the Very Big Circus.
So, does that mean Mr. Saint?
Yes. Mr. Saint was allowed inside the prison as part of that show. A fact that has been confirmed beyond reasonable doubt.
No! She held on to that fact until the last possible moment. She let me run with my own theory, and only afterward did she use it to reveal the truth. Wait.
But out, Gidvel! I have him right where I want him!
Forgive me, Eustace, but if I may, while the particulars of the suspect are indeed fascinating, don't we have something a little more impressive to share with the prosecutor?
That must be why she steered him into a different topic back then, too.
I got you good, didn't I, you third-rate prosecutor?
This has nothing to do with you.
Gentlemen, this court is well and truly adjourned. If I may offer a word of advice, Mr. Edgeworth, your conduct as a prosecutor is already in question. You would do well to remember that you were removed from this case for that precise reason.
What are you trying to say?
That the committee reserves the right to confiscate your badge at any time. Should you wish to retain it, you would do well to avoid crossing paths with us again.
Is that a threat?
The goddess of justice is compassionate, Mr. Edgeworth, but she is not endlessly forgiving. Oh, and one last thing. You are no defense attorney. Abandon this foolish pretense.
Thank you for your concern. But I do not abandon anything. What I start, I finish.
Well, do try to remember that the two jobs are not one and the same, and that a defense attorney is expected to develop something of a bond with their client. Next time, finding out your client's real occupation might be a good place to start.
The sad part is, she's right on that one thing. We never asked him what his real occupation was. We never really dug deep. Well, I mean, I guess he was not really one to talk, but you know.
Now, I really must be going. May the goddess of justice watch over you all.
I would love to see Gavel go up against, Miss Von Karma, you know? Damn.
So Simeon lied to us.
Not just you two. Guy took me for a ride too. What's his deal? Whoa, whoa, whoa! You're not having second thoughts about all this, are you, Milesy boy? Sure, Judge Gavel's a tough cookie, but that doesn't mean you can't just give up the ghost. The defense never rests, as a wise man once said. And that goes for associates, too.
Don't worry, Fender. I have no intention of resting. Nevertheless, our assumption that Mr. Saint couldn't have entered the prison has been proven false. Which means we'll need to restart our investigation from square one, I'm afraid. Damn! Okay, first off, I have to say, now that I've gotten a little bit more exposure to them, I like their dynamic. Eustace is... let's be fair, he's incompetent, but you can tell, like, aside from his arrogance, he's actively trying, I guess, to be taken seriously, which makes sense. The dude's 17. He's probably still in those formative years where he's like near adulthood. So he's still trying to figure out himself. And he's got like Gavel as a hype man, trying to like not only mother him in a way, but also trying to mold him and kind of like steer him to like, hey, here's what you do. Here's where you messed up, but we'll just take this one step at a time. But she's doing it in such a manipulative way. My God, they have such a good dynamic together, though. On another positive, though, I'm happy I got to see my boy Lang, but I wonder what happened to him. Like, I don't know. Now I'm just kind of worried about the guy. What happened back in... What happened? Anyway, that's it for me, guys. My throat hurts, and I will talk to you guys. Well, I mean, I guess you guys will see me in the next video. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. My throat hurts.